All right. Okay, let's get it going. It's a rudimentary question. I don't know how to take it. We could take it as what's your new word for the day, or we could take it as what's your mantra for today, right? What's a word?
How about gratitude?
Who said that?
Oh, Andy's saying gratitude.
Gratitude, Andy. Absolutely. You want to expand on that, Andy?
Yeah, not really. I mean, it speaks for it speaks for itself, right? Just to operate in a place of gratitude for whatever it is. I think it's important. It's important to maintain perspective, right? You lose sight of a lot of things, but I feel like gratitude reels it back in. Yeah.
Agreed. Anybody else a word that they're using today? What do you got? Hot. Hot? That it is. That I'm not. That it is, that I'm not. Yes. And it will continue to get hotter throughout the day.
It could be worse, you could be in Woodland Hills.
True. True. Mm-hmm. Was that 10 degrees hotter?
Always.
Yeah. Agreed.
Some of us live in the valley, it's not that bad.
We support you in your delusion.
It's really hot right now.
We support you wholeheartedly.
My open house was melting.
96.
Yes, thank you.
96 there.
Wow.
That's where it is the vortex of the sun.
My pool is around 10 degrees warmer than that on its own. All are welcome to go cool down, right? Knock yourself out.
I don't really understand why Woodland Hills is so hot. It doesn't make any sense.
There's no air. The air flow, the beach air, the ocean air doesn't get to it.
That doesn't make any sense. It's right there.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Take it up with science.
There's some mountains, you know, where the earth rises up a little bit?
Yeah, the hills.
I love you,
There's a
John.
big range of it, you know. All right, any other words you like to share? Focus. Yeah, you know, is that
The reason why is there's just so many distractions.
Oh, God.
I know, sometimes it's hard not to get caught up with myself.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I have nothing I can do about certain things, so.
Yeah, I like to, I need to be more focused. And maybe
Don't we all?
telling myself,
I think that's across the board for everybody, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, there's so many things that are going on locally and globally that is just, you know, there's just no words to really describe how I feel at this time.
Resilience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good word.
yeah, human beings, they adapt and they, you know, they thrive.
Yeah.
And they make it, you know.
I could use a little more compassion
Yeah,
out in the world.
yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that's helping me is accountability when you mentioned that, John, because every week I take a screenshot. I have goals every week in my CRM, and I take a screenshot and I send it to Joey, I send it to my coach, and even with everything going on, I'm like, shit, I got to meet those goals. And so it helps me to keep on track with that. Because if I didn't have that, I could make excuses for myself. Wow, this was just a crazy week. Oh my God, look at all these other things that happened. But then I didn't make my phone calls. I didn't write my notes. I didn't do those things. So it's really, the accountability right now is really holding me through this part.
Can I say something on the flip side to that?
Yeah,
We're also living in unprecedented times, which seems to be always, but also give yourself some grace.
Yeah.
Like when our city is, you know, there's Marines walking down the street, it's okay. Like,
I gave my entire team off for this weekend, this past weekend, because I told all my sellers, I'm not risking my agents getting hurt or whatever the situation is. It's just not predictable at this time. So my entire team was off for all open houses. We canceled everything. And then Dontra went to the protest.
I think like I said, there are bigger things out there sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
But I think it really is important on you know, in this quadrant and in every quadrant of your life to give yourself some grace too.
Grace is really an important piece.
Oh,
You do better.
Tenacity.
Tenacity.
When I go outdoor knocking, I go out almost every day. That's the word that gets me because people don't want you at their door.
Yeah.
no.
They don't want you at their door, and yet there you are, nonetheless, you are annoying them, and you're there as a resource, and I had a woman, on Monday, I haven't talked to her in 2 years, I've been going there, but I haven't.
Yeah, she hasn't answered the door.
And
She's like, there's that crazy
I
guy,
don't need
yeah.
anything, I don't, I said, well, here's my number, if you need roofers, plumbers, handymen, psychics to cleanse your home, whatever you need, we've got people. And she goes, well, do you have a foundation person? I said, I ended up giving her 3 referrals.
She didn't need a thing,
She didn't need a thing from me.
nothing.
Absolutely not. She's already closed the door. I said, well, there's my number. You just make
Yeah.
sure that you call me, you keep that around.
She didn't need the thing that she thought you were asking, right? Right? It was, just sometimes listen.
Tenacity. So tenacity
Yeah.
is the word that I claim when I'm door knocking.
And you claim it big time. Tracy.
My word is proud, and I'm proud of the city and how it's handled itself over this. And I was super proud over the weekend because my parents, who are in their 80s, they went and protest marched where they live. And my dad's wearing his veterans hat while he's doing it, and they're
His veterans.
veterans hat, yeah, because he's a vet. And it just gave me such a sense of pride that my parents are so involved in helping others. I mean, let's be honest, they're set, they're boomers, they're totally set forever.
Well, not only was he a vet, your father was, correct me if I'm wrong, a military professional.
No, he was military police for a while, but then he became an actual policeman, and then he was Secret Service for
Secret Service.
many,
All right.
until he retired. Then he got called back after 9/11. He retired twice. After 9/11, he was on something that nobody really knows what he was doing, but he was considered like the high security expert to testify in court and all that. But anyway, the point being, I was so proud of them because, they're doing for others, which I think our city also does. My parents live in a different area, but I'm so proud of so many people protesting because a lot of people protesting, it affects you, but it might not affect them directly, but I feel like our city it grabs everybody and it's like, your problem's my problem, we're gonna do this together. So when I had randoms from all over the country asking if I'm safe, are you on fire, I'm looking at the news, it's crazy, it made me feel so happy to send them clips of, everyone's singing and walking in the streets holding pride flags and signs about being together and helping each other. So that's my pride thing. I'm very proud of everyone.
Yeah, I know it's only one word, but for me, there's 2 words that have been combined, with extremely grateful, which is democracy, as a matter of fact, because despite no matter what's going on, this weekend I was so proud and I'm so thankful to be in the state of California where I'm an immigrant, and I, from the bottom of my heart, seeing all kinds of people, join us, and it's this is beyond and beautiful that we stand together. It's not about, it's one race. At the end of the day, it's for one world, for one race, and regardless of the opposition or what everything that our ancestors are doing to keep this going, I was like, this is a great backlash. We're showing unity, no matter what you do it, we grew together in democracy, and that's the foundation of the founders of this country that they wanted to do. We are gonna be putting the government, not all the other way around.
It is an experiment.
And it was
Right?
an experiment
Yeah.
for sure, but I was like, wow.
Democracy in general.
It's in January, I was super grateful for that. And another thing, it was really how small you are compared to all these big things that happen in the world, and it really takes me in perspective. And there's this word that is Greek, that is I love with my entire heart, which is called meraki. And meraki means really everything you do with your soul, your heart, and love and compassion, and that's what we can do. So I was like, that is a scientific meraki. Anything we do it with love for the entire good.
From community.
And that's kind of the
Contribution and,
it's basically putting your soul and sharing your soul in everything you do. For the right and so on.
That's maybe the key to a happy life, right? Is connecting your passion to your to your applications in life, right? How you show up. I agree. I agree. And both my grandparents, 3 out of my 4 grandparents were immigrants, right?
Yeah, well.
They all came here as children, 3 out of 4 of them, right? You don't have to go that deep, right? Thank you, Vanya. All right, what do we got? We have a Juneteenth,
Yes, we have a little Juneteenth video. It is still a holiday in California. I'm not sure about federally, but regardless, it's a very important day to a large part of our community, as are many of the things the Diversity Committee tries to share. I don't care if it's federally recognized or not. But this Thursday, tomorrow, is Juneteenth. So here's a little clip. Bing.
What is Juneteenth? Juneteenth is an annual celebration on June 19th that commemorates and celebrates the end of slavery in the United States. Now, although President Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation freeing slaves in January of 1863, it wasn't until June 19th of 1865, 2 years later, that Union soldiers arrived in Galveston, Texas, with the news that the war had ended and that the enslaved were free. After this, over 250,000 slaves across Texas learned that they were finally free.
We celebrate Juneteenth really as a kind of symbol of the end of Black bondage in the United States. It's not the date in which everyone found out that they were free or were able to claim their freedom, but it is a great symbolic date of the end of slavery in the United States. And that's one of the reasons why, as we are people who continue to fight for equality and social justice in the nation and in the world, that is why it is such an important date. Juneteenth symbolizes today, I think, the promise that African Americans will be equal citizens within the United States. This came as the result of a very long and bloody war. And it also came as the result of many, many, many Black and allied people who sacrificed their lives for this freedom.
Dr. Stevenson says early celebrations included prayer, music, dance, and readings of the Emancipation Proclamation. Today, she says there's usually good food, family gatherings, and parades.
So I think it's very important for everyone who is a citizen or who wants to know about the United States to know about the freedom struggle of African Americans and what has been done to enhance that struggle, what has been done to thwart it, because it really is, as I say, part of U.S. history. It's not just African American history.
Perfect. Ed?
Perfect.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Diversity Committee, and that is, the 19th is?
Tomorrow.
I was gonna say Thursday.
Also
Yeah, I have problems with place and time. Okay, family picnic. We're gonna do the push for the family picnic. It's coming up soon, June 28th. All are welcome. Bring your families, bring your furry families or your, not so furry families. All are welcome. It's going to be a potluck. There is going to be, we are going to do traditionally we bring galbi, which is a Korean marinated short rib cut on the bias kind of thing, right?
So our annual Larchmont family picnic has been started from Anna Lee, who was earlier, but she's not here right now. So she started this many, many years ago, and we have served Korean barbecue, Korean kalbi. So that's going to be one of the entrees that's being offered by the office. And then we're going to have condiments with that. And then obviously we have a list going right now for everyone to put in what food that they would like to bring to this event. So it's a potluck. We don't have a lot of signups, and I really, really would like you guys to sign up. Let us know the commitments to it so that we have an understanding of how much food we have to get and have that prepared. We are also going to be preparing a few games. So hopefully you guys can bring your competitive spirit. There will be some prizes too. a room full of realtors. If you're not competitive, you're in the wrong industry, right? So we'll have that, and hopefully you guys would attend. We haven't done it in a couple of years, 2 years, because of all the fiasco and whatnot, right? So we're getting this back together, and we're really excited. Okay, so it'll be at Roxbury Park.
Your Eventbrite is just respond to your Eventbrite.
Yes, please.
Get it signed up.
The venue's at the Roxbury Park.
Perfect, which is it's Olympic and Roxbury.
Yeah, I think I'll work with Samantha and try to give you guys a map of the park, and so that they know where our designated area is.
Yeah, I think it's already in there.
Okay, cool.
It's easy. Yeah, excellent. But go to the Eventbrite and sign up, please, so we can get a beat on it.
And this event is actually for you and your family. If you want to bring your family, plus if you want to bring your pet, they're also welcome as well. So it's not just for the office people. It's for you and your family as well. So bring your plus whatever.
All right. So. And this is for the thing. The West Side region is giving having a special.
You need a time machine to
June
attend that.
17th, that's yesterday.
Only was great.
All right. One day off, there you go. Upcoming classes, tech class, KW Technology Training with John Morris. John is our regional tech trainer, and he doesn't just teach the KW command stuff. He goes outside of that, websites, AI. He can also help you with most CRMs. That is Friday, 6:20, 1 p.m. On Zoom and on screen in training room. Excellent. Then we have.
Is that recorded?
Excuse me?
Is that recorded, of the training?
I don't know. We'll find out though. The morning show, no meeting on Juneteenth, which is tomorrow, but we are meeting on Friday still. What was the pivot year this week?
This week has been a variety of different things, but the focus is really on what it always is, kind of understanding yourself internally, understanding the importance of challenges and the way that they teach you to grow. That's really, this week has been very much about that. And it's been good timing for me.
All right. Any Win Wednesdays that we want to share? We're not doing Wednesdays.
We did do Win Wednesday today.
I'd like to see that.
We had quite a few. One was, I was randomly calling my database, and someone in it who I haven't talked to in a little bit said, I was meaning to call you because I think I'm ready to sell my house, and I have a listing appointment with her today, which is awesome. Bam. And another win was, even though something that was supposed to happen for a member of our 9 a.m. didn't happen, they found a nugget in it that was a good lesson. So that's always a win, because life is just not full of always winning. Sometimes your wins have to come from
success.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Excellent. All right. Let's see. Script practice every Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8:30 to 9 a.m. Also command training every day. Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. To 11 a.m. And then the mentee meeting after this one today at 12:30. All are welcome. Open house caravan. We went out, saw Jenny and Christina's listing out in, is that Glassell or?
Yeah,
Glassell.
So 411 Scandia Way. So thank you for all those caravan people that came yesterday and showed our support. It was really nice, and to get some feedback and all that. So.
Excellent. Nice big house, so with a view.
Yep.
All right. What else you guys see? Would you see out there?
Laura Anderson's down at High Point, 18-something High Point, 1830, glorious. Really well done, amazing price, good clock. You know, it's a really great buy. Yeah, if you're looking at that $3.5 million range, this is a really good.
These words don't come out of my mouth very often, but I got excited by all the storage.
Yes.
I mean, it's just like so, like you don't have to buy a piece of furniture to store a thing. You don't have to buy a bureau. You don't have to buy a dresser, whatever you want to call it. You don't have to buy a sideboard. There's so much storage in this place. Crazy, crazy. All right, who else? Anybody? Share? Go out and see stuff on Tuesdays. It helps. Get you. It's the easiest thing you could do for your business is to become familiar, build your understanding of the vernacular of the inventory. It's
Alley Jack's Queen.
Alley Jack's Queen Anne. I didn't get to see it, but I saw all the pictures. Yeah.
It's the greatest ADU I've seen.
Now I gotta go see the ADU.
Wow.
Pete said the greatest ADU he has ever seen.
Everything built in, working bed built in.
Is it a true one bedroom or is it just a studio?
It's a one bedroom.
It has a bedroom, separate.
Higher end than most homes.
Wow.
Two nights, probably 2 nights.
Yeah, right.
For Queen Anne's. Queen Anne. What's that?
I'm curious.
I know, we're all gonna see it. I remember when, it wasn't as desirable as it is
No,
now.
that was kind of a scary street.
What's the next one over, east?
Hood.
No.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
There's the projects below, but it's.
By the way, I couldn't agree more with you about seeing it. I think it's the most important thing, and especially in the regions. You're not out there. I mean, we were out there at 11 when I was newer. I still do it, but 11 to see everything in it.
Yes.
Different price points, even if you didn't have clients, condos, income properties, upscale and lower.
It gives you something to talk about. I mean, Pete taught me something that, and I'll let him tell, something that his coach at the time taught him, about having a proper opportunity. Tell him what a proper opportunity is.
People come up to me and they say, "Oh, how's real estate?" And I'm like, I want them to think I'm doing well. Oh yeah, it's going really well. They don't give a shit about me and how well I'm doing. What can I do for them? Yeah. And so I would say now I change the tune. It's like not everything's great. I would say, oh, I just saw the greatest property. And oh, what'd you see? And I describe it. Oh, well, by the way, I'm looking for a condo. Do you do condos? I said, oh, dynamic conversation changes.
Yeah, because it gets more into the realm they can understand.
And what they want.
Right, and it's more of a visual realm. You want to be excited about it. You could start talking about the Queen Anne, ADU you saw, and the ADUs are one of the shining lights in this particular market, just as opportunities show. Yeah. Excellent. All right. Forward living, the second coaching Monday, Friday, KW Beverly Hills on Monday, and Hollywood Hills on Friday, 10 a.m. Welcome to join either. Oh gosh, no.
It's in your email.
Oh, I went
It's
the
in your
wrong way.
email.
Hold on.
You're going forward.
I know. I'm going back.
Arrow. The other arrow.
Oh, wow.
It's the other
Oh,
arrow.
wow.
There I go. This one? Yeah. All right, there you go. I am going backward. All right, here we go. Bert, course services. Yeah. Andy, how you doing today?
Good. I'm good.
I'm so grateful for you, Andy.
I am grateful for you every single day, and I am truly not just saying that.
I agree.
I appreciate you.
Back at you.
So just a quick update. I'm sure you all have seen today the Fed met to talk about interest rate cuts and reduction in inflation. The moral of the story, they're keeping rates where they are. They're anticipating 2 rate cuts this year. Eyes are on inflation. They're waiting to see what sort of impact the tariffs have on inflation. You know, we've been talking about stuff in the rear view mirror and data and inaccurate data. It's going to be interesting to see, right? Gas prices, oil prices are up. What is that going to do to energy costs and inflation? Then you've got the tariff situation. How is that going to impact inflation? Anyway, another key point too is the jobs information. So jobless claims, they come out every week on a weekly basis. Initial jobless claims have been elevated for the last 4 weeks. And if you look at the last 12 months or so, we see in these charts, and I should have put an illustration up, and I can do that later or send it via email. But if you look at the trends over the last 12 months, we've seen 1 week of higher elevated jobless claims, and then they sort of come back down. We've seen 4 consecutive weeks of elevated jobless claims, which is obviously an indicator of economic softening. Continued claims, which is people continuing to claim unemployment, is also elevated for the last 4 weeks, which then also indicates economic weakening. Amazon came out and said that they are likely to do job cuts because of AI. Are these job cuts immediate? We don't know. They didn't specify. They didn't indicate in sort of in terms of timeline. But AI is a big factor for tech companies. Intel came out and said that they're laying off at least 10,000 people in July. Microsoft and IBM also said that there will be layoffs. So these are all things that will play into the Fed's decision, right? And their focus has been on inflation, but the jobs data is also really telling. Another key point too, so new construction information. I know we don't deal with a ton of new construction in Los Angeles, but it's also a key indicator from a national level, and also an indicator of sentiment. Builders are responsible for a huge portion of inventory all over the country. And when builders are not taking out permits and they're not doing starts, which means an actual construction project has broken ground, when those numbers come down, that's an indicator that developers and new construction, that sentiment has dropped significantly. They're pausing construction because interest rates are higher, buyer demand is lower, and they're sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what is going to happen economically. So all really big markers and indicators on what to pay attention to. So no rate drop today from a Fed perspective, but we've seen a decent relief in the last couple of days with mortgage rates. And again, all this economic data, inflation, jobless claims, continued claims, retail and consumer sentiment, as it drops, that's usually good for mortgage rates. So that's all I got.
Well, that's not a little,
Right.
That's a lot. And there's a couple things. One being is that, just take this information in, right? You don't need to be the expert at it, but, I know more about loans today because I just listen to Andy when she talks, and the second time, the third time, I start to understand the metrics of what she's talking about and the movers so I've learned through just listening, active listening, how to be a better consultant for my clients, right? And you guys. It's important. So take it all in. I know it's a lot, right?
Let me also just say too, we did another buyer seminar for Tiffany over the weekend. This time it was the first time in 13 years or something that we've been doing these every 6 months. We did it online. And I go through all this to educate buyers on keywords and what to look for when you turn on the news. Obviously, the news can't be trusted. And the perspective of all this information is is different depending on where you're getting it from. So I'm always happy to talk through it and always happy to educate and be a resource.
Well, and to chime in, Andy, it's Rachel. To chime in too, Andy's not only educating our buyers, she's educating us too.
Yeah.
Like, it's very helpful.
Yeah.
I always learn something new from her, and we do the same stuff each time, but she always teaches me something.
Yep.
Yay. Duncan, are you with us? Okay. Snooze, you lose. All right, what do we got? We got birthdays, and that's Simon and Nelson and Josh. You got a birthday coming up, Josh? I wish I was your age. Alan, Cecily, and Matthew all have birthdays this week. We have some closed escrows. There's Angela Bond on West Avenue, 41st. There's Sabine on Manchester, DeYoung Her on Foothill, Tiffany Park on 7th, and Frank Money on Lakeview. We have some new escrows, Angela Bond on Mary Lee, Rachel and Tiffany on Victoria, also Christina Clark on Winona, and DeYoung Her on Kingsley, Paul Yu on Normandy. Congrats, you guys. We have some closed leases, Chloe Kim, Paul Yu, Pete Bonacore, and Christina Kim with a few. Congratulations, you guys. I actually.
Good job, Joey.
No, it's my South Philly niece, right? Who moved to Austin, Texas, and I connected her with an agent 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Yeah, and that agent was Wendy Papazon's team, and Chris Hall, who was an agent on that team. And I bring it up because 2 years ago, okay, the contract, I don't even know if the contract was still good, but their experience for referrals was good. As soon as my niece got into contract, they sent me an email. Congratulations, Amelia and Nick got into contract on this property at this address for this amount of money. This is the total. This is the total compensation, and this is what you'll be receiving. If you click here, you can get to the referral agreement and package. You can sign it and send it back to us, and they closed. They sent me another email congratulating me. It was an experience for me, the referring agent. Okay, guess who I'm going to refer to next time I have somebody in Austin, Texas, right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and my niece and nephew, they've literally been working with them for 2 years, right? On and off. My niece's husband is very. He couldn't get his head around buying something that wasn't perfect, right? Yeah, or it wasn't in some way his childhood house, right? From Florida.
No.
So he did, and they have a cute little house in a good area, and everybody's happy. But I tell you that as a way of what to bring into your business, that you treat those referring agents as a potential client. You want more from them. You want more opportunities from them, right? And so give them that experience. Like I was, I'm a little jaded, and I was taken aback. I'm happy to send you guys the.
And on the flip
the
side,
email.
I sent a referral for my niece, and she did not do that. Did not communicate well with them, did not communicate well with me. The conversation that we had initially, and the reason that I hired her was just sort of went out the window. And
Where was this?
I will never, outside Allentown, and I will never refer to her again. And if anybody asks, I will tell people to avoid her because
Yeah, that's not good.
Communication is important.
But you got to treat them like a client. It's an experience that they're having, with you, and I don't know. It seems pretty straightforward. All right, we got some new listings this week. We got Vinnie Park has 507 North Gardner Street, looking like new construction, 5 bedrooms, 6 bath, 4,028 square feet for $3,499,000. Excellent.
800.
We also have Dae Her. He has a 1 bedroom, 1 bath on at the Evo. That's what I was looking for 2,800. There's Dae Her also on Yankton on Yankton Avenue in Claremont, California. That's a 4 bedroom, 2 bath, 2,188 square feet for $1,095,000. Looks cute, right?
That's a nice area.
Christina Kim and Jenny Kim have Scandia that we talked about. We saw yesterday. Do you want to add a little magic to this combo?
So, so Jenny's the owner. So just letting you know, it's her investment property. It's a great property. What I like about it is that there's still room for a buyer to come in and put their own twist to the home. So, but it's not heavy lifting. We're, the bones of the home, the layout of it, it's very great. It just needs a little bit new flooring, maybe an updated kitchen, maybe an updated bathroom. But
you could put as much in as you like, or
it's
ready to go.
necessary to
Yeah.
move in.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
it's still move-in condition.
It's got a nice little view.
And then the view, twilight view, the sunset view is amazing.
Oh, it sunsets over that hill?
Yes.
Nice. Laura Anderson on High Point, we just talked about. You should really see it. E is not here, but he has this thing that he loves, like a natural light wall wash, right? That like a skylight that just kind of fills the space. And this had in the primary bedroom had a very, very large primary bathroom, and the whole double shower had a giant skylight over it, and it just kind of poured down into it. It was really quite. It was dramatic. What's that? Oh, is he on there? Yeah. All right. Tim Meinelschmidt in Inglewood Boulevard has 3 bedroom, 2 bath lease for $6,650 for 1,433 square feet. It's in a really nice area. Also, Anna Lee on Traction has a 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 1,280 square feet for that's an 829, not 629. Anna Lee also has on Industrial, that looks like Molina Loss, but I guess it's not. It is Molina Loss, yeah. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 773 square feet, lease 3,300. And click to edit that. Darlene on 103rd has a 2-unit property. One's a 2 bed, 1 bath, and the other is a 3 bath, and 1
2
bath.
bed, 3 bath.
Whee! 2 beds, 3 baths, 1 bed, 1 bath, 1,478 square feet, 2 units. Part of it is new construction, or both of them are new construction, I forget. But 779, great rental area, and newer construction, maybe the both of them. Yep, they're 2 separate buildings, with my understanding. Again, we talked about it. Steve Senegram on Stratford in South Pass. You know anything about it?
No.
3 bed, 2 bath, 1,879 square feet for $1,999,50.
950.
It's close. You could get closer to 2 million, but not much. Get in there. Cha-chink. All right. All right. Pocket listings coming soon. What do you got, Peter?
We have 503 North Plymouth right over here. We're launching tomorrow. 3 bedroom, 2 bath. It's a big 2,600 square feet, 2-story.
Wow.
And it's all at really high-end finishes, redone, new kitchen,
2,750,000. It's the first opening on Sunday.
It's a trophy property in that sense.
Right. Is 2,750,000, is that, where, is that a,
Hopeful, but, this market's changing.
sure, but it could be
I think it's price to sell.
price to sell. Priced for offers, multiple offers, right? All right, okay. Feet's very modest. Did you say you had something?
Oh, I do. I wasn't holding my hand.
Okay. Who else has something before, Vanya?
This is for investors. I have a house, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's in Torrance. It's currently being used as 3 units. We're planning to deliver vacant. It could be taking 2 months or 3 months to deliver vacant. But the house has 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, so that's why it's being used.
Wow.
And then on top of the garage is being used as a unit. The guy had already, he's not responding to the property, so it's a corner lot, so in Torrance it's a lot of buildings. So it can easily be turned into 3 units. But as a house, it can actually, there's comparables in the area up to 1.2 for that big of a house, so even more if it's over the remodel. So there's options for the lot, and it's on Denker Avenue, the city of Torres.
Is that a good area where it is? Torrance has some
In my
good
opinion,
schools.
it's not the best area of Torrance, because there's a very nice.
Yeah,
area
they're
in
very
Torrance.
nice areas.
But it's still a very good area as far as rental, all that area is becoming hot and covered by the day, like Inglewood, because it's becoming the center of the sports around all that area.
really?
So it has a lot of upside potential, and that's what I'm looking at. And so I think he's gonna have to sell cheap, and I'm thinking the comparables are coming like a 992.
Wow.
So I think because the property does need repairs, I think maybe on the high 700s, 800s, he will let it go. So just letting you know.
You have somebody
if
looking
you
for an
guys-
opportunity.
I'm not gonna put it on the
What
market,
size is the
but
lot
The lot is.
around?
I think it's around 7.
Oh, 7, that's big.
6,000,
That's good,
6,000,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, that's
So I
good.
already have some people, and then if you guys have people for stories, because I'm working on another property that's
Yep.
probably gonna take a while, but if anybody has time.
Excellent.
that stuff.
Perfect, perfect.
Oh, hold on.
Go on.
And then I have another property that I think I mentioned last week, but it's very important if somebody has a file, maybe to start showing it, like, this family doesn't wanna put it on the market, and it's in Redondo Beach, Redondo Beach, sorry, 2 blocks away from the beach, you have views, it's for 2.4, the home is completely remodeled, and they already have permits to do an 80-unit property, pay permits and plans and everything, but they wanna sell it for 2.4. The house is in pristine condition, it has very few tiles on the bathrooms, you have a little yard, but they just wanna kind of do a direct sale, because they don't even wanna put a sign outside. That's one of those
So
funds.
2.4 for over 1,800 square feet,
3-bedroom, 2 bath, yes.
3 blocks from the beach.
Yes.
Done.
Views to the beach, and the garage, if it's turning to ADU versus what they wanna do, the garage will have magnificent views. They didn't want to, but the house from the kitchen, you're looking at the beach, the sunset at the house. This is another house, and it's called Villas San Bernardo, so I'll send you that.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
And then, and I'll send the,
Great.
and the Whittier one.
And the Whittier.
Whittier, we already have.
We talked about that yesterday,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
yeah.
That one, but that one I think I'm done. So, yeah. that's it.
You think you have a buyer for it?
I'm talking to.
That's not a bad thing. That's good, that's it, don't be embarrassed. You have a buyer for it, right? Lorna?
No,
Who was raising their hand?
I think
Christina?
Christina.
Oh, okay. So a couple of glimpses. Okay, so I have 533 St. Andrews. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. And we're gonna spruce it up before we put it onto the market. But it's great. It's top floor, corner unit. And we're rolling this out like at low 5s. So it's a really good entry point.
How many bedroom?
2-bedroom, 2-bath. top floor corner unit. And so it's really cute. And then, and we're gonna roll that out in a couple weeks. So if you have someone that's looking in that price point, please come talk to me. I can probably get you guys in earlier. Another one that I'm gonna be rolling out is in Culver City. It's a flip. Taking over someone that's lost the listing, and yeah, I got my hands full. Anyways, it was priced at 3.3. We're dropping it down to 2.998. So a little under 3 million, and it's on Motor right across the street from the park. It's in Carlson Park, which is ideally the prime location of Culver City. So if you've got a buyer looking in that area, then let me know, and I'm happy to get you in there. It's already done. Okay. And then I have another one that we're getting signed. This is it may be a tear down or total fixer. It's in El Monte. Come talk to me. The lot size is 15,000 square feet of all usable land. And the house that's sitting on it is about 1,600 square feet. It's been in the family for 45 years. And Ricky and I will be co-listing this together. And, you know, so ideally, we probably will take it to market, but the price is to be determined. It's gonna be ranging in the mid 8s, 800.
Yeah, that's a lot of land.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Excellent.
It's in the good part of El Monte, north of the 10 freeway.
Christina,
Yeah.
if you remember, I have the local people on my team to do open houses if you guys want.
If you don't want to go out to El Monte, you've got a couple
Yeah.
people right there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Christine, is that zone single family?
it is. So, you know,
Horse?
so it's R1, but, you know, we're talking about some SB programs that may be lucrative for developers. So, I mean, the SB9 is something that could be considered. But, you know, there's limitations with SB9 because it has to be also one unit has to be owner occupied. So just, you know, but, you know, straightforward, you know, just shop it out without giving too much, what could you do? Because you don't want to get into that trouble.
There's lots of opportunities. Christina? Oh.
Hi, I just signed a contract to co-list something that's currently on the market, 1623 South Bedford. It's a newer construction fourplex in Beverlywood. 3 of the units are rented out. I think 2 are rented out as an Airbnb short term. And there's 1 vacancy. The price is a little bit in the gray area right now.
What was it on the market for?
5.5.
5.5.
5.5, and we're gonna relaunch it on the 25th.
Right.
But if anybody wants to see it, investor clients, I'm taking some agents from my team over there to kind of get some feedback on
Sure.
what the comps might be for it.
What are the elements of the units?
2 of the units have like dry saunas, which is interesting.
Wow.
And they took the parking away and they made like junior suites underneath. So each junior suite has its own like kitchenette, washer, dryer. And so that's why it's pretty easy to get it rented out for short-term Airbnb, like the professionals and stuff. So that could be something that could continue to go on through there. But there is 1 vacant unit, so if we want to be owner occupied, we could do that too.
So there's
Yeah.
2 full units and then 2
There's
junior
two,
suites.
There's 2 small units, and then there's 4 bedroom units.
2 4-bedroom units.
Yeah,
Wow.
on Bedford near Pico, just south of Pico, so
Wow.
lots of street traffic, not pedestrian traffic.
It's a great rental area.
Yeah.
You know, get.
So, yeah, if anybody has to.
Excellent. Congrats. Congrats. What do you have, Charlotte?
We are photographing next week, the end of next week, a really, really sweet little fantastic starter home in Eagle Rock. 2 bed, 1 bath, but super spacious, 1,350 square feet. It's also got like a little office. It's got a full formal dining room and a breakfast room. So there's a lot of space and it's really, really charming. We pulled up all the rugs and beautiful original hardwood oak underneath. So that's been refinished. It's being painted right now, staging Wednesday, shooting Friday. So I believe we're going to end up coming on 4th of July weekend. But I can get people in early if you want. Our actual price that we're gonna go out at, we're sort of discussing it right now. I think ultimately it's gonna land probably between 125 and 130 is where it will end up. Everything in Northeast LA pretty much gets listed at $999. I honestly think we should probably go out around 1.1 because they don't want to sell it for less than that, and we know it's going to go over anyway. So we're just trying to figure that out. But if you have any first-time home buyers, it's in that little pocket between the freeway and Colorado, walkable to Target, super close to Milk Farm and all those cafes on Colorado. And when you look on a map, it looks like it's near the freeway, but you hear nothing. And there's a beautiful renovated Opus house that was done, that's on the market for $7 million on Hill, that is even closer to the freeway, and you hear nothing. It's just the way that pocket works. So that'll be coming on 4th of July weekend. My Brentwood listing will probably be coming on the following weekend. We're staging that next Friday. That's 5-bedroom, 5 baths, total down to the studs, remodel, done, 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 done. 20,000 square foot lot, flag lot, super private, gated, has both a yard and a completely renovated pool, mid-century. That one's gonna come out at 4.5, which is probably a little high for the market. It's in Manville Canyon. But we'll see where that lands. Things are starting to sell up there in the canyon finally after the fires. And for anyone who has a couple of kids, it's perfect because there's 3 bedrooms upstairs plus sort of like a kid den area, and then the primary is downstairs, so you can be far away from them. And there's also a 5th bedroom, which would be a great office. So 5 beds, 5 baths, and it's Kentuck Canyon Elementary, Paul Revere Middle, and Pally High. For the public schools. And then I've got something with the Investor Network right now, which if they don't come through on it, then we'll bring it to market. I think we're probably gonna give them about 3 weeks. And that is a burn lot, very easily, not easily buildable, but buildable because it's flat. It's hillside, but it's flat. So you've got the garage on one level, and then you go up one level, and then it's all flat. It's on Porta Marina. So you just walk down the street, you go up over the pedestrian bridge, and you're at Castle Rock Beach, and there's no parking at Castle Rock Beach. So you kind of always have the beach to yourself or for the people in the neighborhood. The views are spectacular, beautiful ocean views. You can hear the ocean. You don't hear PCH because you're up on the cliff. But you're on the other side of the street, so you don't have any of those landslide issues with all the bags sitting on the cliff.
You're on the Palisade. Yes.
And the sunset views are just stunning.
That's amazing.
So I actually personally would really like to buy that piece of property and just sit on it so I can afford to build on it.
Put a tent on it.
I mean, like, what an amazing place to just have to visit in the weekends.
Yeah.
That's it right now.
Excellent. That's a lot. Who did I miss? Tracy?
Real quick, I'm gonna announce it now because I won't be here next week, but in about 2.5 weeks, I'm gonna have 1223 Cynthia Court in Laverne ready. They're staging it next week. Again, swishing up the outside. She did a bunch of renovations inside, new flooring, new carpet, like a lot of touch-ups. They're gonna have brand new doors for the 2-car garage. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It is 1621 square feet and a 9,641 square foot lot. In a cute neighborhood, like really well-maintained neighborhood. So, yeah, and I'm gonna do some pricing closer to it, but I know across the street they're selling a little over 1. I think hers will probably be high 9. So we're gonna come to, but if anyone has anyone out that way in Laverne, it's right next to San Dimas. It's pretty cute area.
Yeah. We'll take your word for that.
Oh, I have one more. This is kind of a weird one. If anybody has anybody looking in La Cañada, but they're flexible, let me know.
Flexible with location?
Well, it's not that. It's my client
Timing?
needs to have a La Cañada address through her child's graduation, which is June of next year. She wants to sell the house. It can sell anytime between now and then,
As long as
but
she can get her
would
mail
need-
there.
She would need to get her mail there, or do some element of the lease back. It's somewhat of it's a fixer in the sense that people are gonna want to fix it, but it's ranch, one single level, 4,000 square feet, 20,000 square foot lot, really sweet street. And pool's
Lucky
been
guy.
totally redone. And obviously for the
Desirable.
schools, it's, you know, it
What's the
can't
price?
get better. I think we're gonna end up at 3.5 on it. It's not a major fixer, but if people are gonna wanna do something to it. 4-bedroom, 4 baths.
Excellent.
She
Excellent.
just needs to stay there in some
Got
capacity through June.
Yep. All right, what else? Oh, Christina, well, why don't you share? Because Christina, through her network, found out that this particular office has.
Our Keller Williams Larchmont office is part of the 1% producing office in the nation. And that was something that I just found out this morning from another brokerage group, not brokerage, but they're like a, what is it? Like, it's ARIA, yeah, ARIA, which is like another board. And so
It's an organization, it's a professional organization.
yeah, it's an Asian real estate, Asian American real estate board, right, that they have. And they let me know that our office was the 1% in the nation, guys. That's impressive. So congrats to you guys all. And, you know, for all the new agents, look where you're at. Here, you know what I mean? This is where it's going, this is where it's happening, right? So.
You're so pumped up. And we'll create some social media around that too. What do you?
think about sharing the deal already than the property on the better?
Say it one more time.
Remember about the project on Miller?
Yes.
Should I start sharing or
What's the timeline?
Well, this is, I think this will be the greatest sales if we can put it all together, and I really need all the support.
Right.
I have this developer, and then they're making a brand new construction in Miller, right above.
30 million.
Right. It's right above the Diner Hotel. They haven't listed, and we have direct contact with the seller. He's open to show it. Of course, he will sell it before it actually gets into the internet. He can get a drastic. He already agreed because we had that conversation. I spoke with him. And he said, yeah, if I don't have to list it and we can sell it, it might be celebrity or somebody else because it's between the 30 to 36. Like beyond, like it has views for the 3 half. All the bedrooms have amazing views. Has parking.
Will you get some photos? Will you be able to have some of that stuff? Because I would like to shop it to my investors from Palo Alto.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wants, he will allow us, but he wants us to have a lot of privacy for the investors and who we do it. Because he doesn't want to, he hasn't even given to the big, so he's telling me, and even if I sell it, we can incorporate with other agent, he told me, so he gave me the free buy. He doesn't want to be, just above.
It doesn't want to be circulated. Yeah, correct.
So if that's the case, and we can, I'll definitely show the plans and stuff. It's an amazing stage, like.
Is it finished? Is he selling this finished?
Yeah, he will sell it finished, and just so you know, it's 2.5 million on the rock that came from Italy, just on that rock. 2.5 million on the rock, on the material that came directly from Italy. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the timeline?
Bel Air.
His timeline, I think we're gonna have about 6 more months. So this will be the perfect time because some of the finishing, the buyer might have something to say about.
Yeah.
So it's already framed, you can see the views, we can show it, like this is right, to real time.
Send me the information on that. Okay.
Excellent. Excellent.
Arrow on the screen.
Huh?
Oh, somebody, we have some. So Josie has pocket listing in Norwalk on Barron's, I guess so. 699 at 14.
I've seen that property.
14512 Barron's.
It's a fixer.
The fixer.
It's gonna need a lot of work. It's also had some unpermitted stuff done in the back. So it's somebody that wants to go in and know they're going into a fixer.
Does it have a garage?
I'm sorry.
It does.
Does it have a garage? It looks like it has a
The
garage.
garage is, yeah, the garage has been converted to a usable space.
Well, I saw that, even I showed that one.
Yeah, but it's not, and that's not permitted.
But I think the price is up, because I showed just a property across the street that is almost the same street, and it was for six fifty-nine. And that guy already got offers, and they got it above, but it's completely fixed up. And
It's
a very-
done at 6.9, it's 6.9.
This has a
But
lot
it
of,
wasn't more. So
Okay.
this one is definitely price up.
Okay. Angela, 3434 South Cloverdale has a 3-and-2 main house plus a studio space, or in Baldwin Hills, West Adams for 1.250, just east of La Cienega. Also Samantha Allen has it coming soon, no? On Hudson, 945 North Hudson. You want to talk about it?
Sure. They've been listed with 2 other agents, so 3rd time's a charm. And I got them down, they were listed at 688 and then 675, and I got them down to 649. It's a great starter condo right in the middle of the Hollywood Media District. 2 full bathrooms, which is rare, like both bathtubs and showers. Laundry in unit, which is also a special thing. And I'll be open this Sunday and then Tuesday.
Excellent.
That's a great price.
Yeah.
That's a good price. 425.
425. HOA is not bad either. Yeah.
Good for you.
First
Good
floor
work.
down.
First floor. There is a unit above it. It's single.
All right. All right. Wants, needs, fill the bucket.
Yes. If anyone would like to make $75 this weekend, helping Tiffany, we need to put out signs for open house and keeping it.
She's with child, is what they say.
What happened to your guy?
He can't work this weekend.
Yeah, he's out of town this weekend.
He's out of town.
All, 8th grade players out of town, but we have a map that shows you exactly where to put the signs. It's just our whole team is booked and we need some help physically to put.
Which day?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
If no one calls you, call him.
Well, one of my daughter, I give my daughter.
Okay. $75.
$75.
Cash money?
Cash.
No, 1099.
No taxes.
No, she's out of town.
And an envelope. Excellent. What other wants and needs? Any other wants or needs? Anybody? Wants, need, want, need, want?
Attorneys for evictions,
What do you need?
a good attorney for evictions.
Oh, yeah, I have somebody.
I have somebody.
You have somebody? Yeah. He's not an attorney, but that's all he does is
Yeah.
evictions.
You talking about David?
That's what
Yeah. Who are
Yeah.
you gonna give her his name?
David, yeah. No, he's handled a few of my evictions and they are great. His partner, who's the litigator, she goes to court, she's fabulous. And so we had a case where the tenant stopped paying, obviously, it was during COVID. They didn't use the word COVID, so we took them to court and we won.
Silly them. Anybody else wants, needs, fill the bucket? Fill the bucket? Wants, needs, okay. Then that's a thank you from here.
I just texted it to you.
Can you guys please register for the family picnic?
Register for family picnic online.
And also, we did the,
I'll give Christina your number.
we did the committee thing last week. I don't know if you guys knew about it, committee fair. So if there's culture committee, which I'm part of, there's the diversity picnic, diversity committee, there's also the education committee. So if there's anything that you're passionate about, want to get involved with, please let us know, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't be there.
He doesn't have the best bedside manner, but.
Well, I've had it planned for a year.